I don't even know why I'm here. Oh my god. I can't believe it. I need to get this. This is a discovery of a lifetime. Oh my god. They're real. They're actually real. Oh, in one place too. I can't believe it. Oh my god. Oh man, they're not gonna believe this.
3 days later.
Man, you are not gonna believe this. Man, dude, you have to see this. You have to see this. I discovered Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster, aliens. They're all real. What are you talking about? What is this? Is this some kind of joke? No, man, I'm serious. Look at the video. Don't play stupid. Look. What are you talking about? Oh, no. No. Take your phone and get out. Fine. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jake. This channel is called Jake of All Trades, and today I'm going to be doing Nightwish's brand new single, An Ocean of Strange Islands, which it's always a treat to have a new single drop before their album comes out, and I've really enjoyed the visuals on the last two videos that came out from them for the songs that are coming out on their new album. Just by the song title and the thumbnail that they got there, I'm expecting nothing less than some awesome visuals. Though I know I've caught a little bit of flack on the previous video for pointing out some things I wasn't really enjoying about the mixing of the song, and we'll see how this one turns out too. I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping that I'm able to kind of break through my own like amateur whatever to like appreciate what the mixing engineer and mastering engineers did for this song, as well as other songs that come out on the album. And this is a bit of a longer one too. We've got a 9.5 minute one, so this is gonna be great. I am not gonna waste any more time. Let's get started. All right, here we go. Official lyric video for Ocean of Strange Islands by Nightwish. Here we go. Well, it's already wave-like. The crescendo decrescendo. I got the depths. I like the mixing on this already. It's a good start. Ooh. This is a lot more of like the Nightwish style I'm familiar with. Ooh. Got horns. I'm really liking the lyric choices, the word choices in the lyrics. Ooh. That's heavenly, Floor. Heavenly. It's like a guitar solo. There is. Little pinch harmonic in there. Ooh. Just these stabs of heaviness. I like the drum in here. Just creating that epic scale here. I just love the fullness of this. You got a key change or? Definitely sounds like it. I love that. That was excellent. Huh, that's an interesting reference. Little play. Taking a breather. Right when you're at peace. Really hearing the bass coming through on this part. I gotta stay on guard in case they explode into some more heaviness. Is that a bagpipe? Doesn't quite sound like a bagpipe. A little bit. I'm really curious about what that instrument is. Do they have like the sound of like the sea like really low in the mix? Or am I just making that up because of the visuals? Trying to let the music calm me here. A little afraid that they're gonna smack me in the face again. All right. What an adventure that song was. And right from the get-go, I'm just going to mention the mixing because, you know, that was a thing that I had brought up with the last song that I listened to from them. I really enjoyed the mixing a lot better on this one. I felt it was a lot more balanced. It really seemed to present all of the instrumentals very, very well in this one. I think if there were any sort of critiques that I would say, I would just say like notch floor above little bit more, just a tad. I can hear her pretty well, a bit better than I did in the last song I checked out, but just a tad bit more, and I think she'd just break through just a tad bit. Other than that, much better mixed in my opinion, which a lot of you guys had issues with my opinion, which I'm not a professional, okay? So anyway, with that out of the way, the visuals, all right, it wasn't quite like the last two songs I checked out from the album where it was just full-on music video mode. This one, definitely more of a visualizer, which is stated, right, official lyric video. I mean, those things aren't as high of a budget, but still, I like the imagery of the video. The thing that caught my attention the most about the music, or the lyric video, was the dolphins and the whales that were like, for lack of a better way to describe them, had holes in them. It looked like you would have carved, like very intricately. I really liked how those looked. That was really, really cool. Really, really well produced lyric video. In terms of the music, aside from the mixing, you know, the structure of the song and the contrast of everything, I like the way that it started off. It started off very peaceful, kind of just made you feel like you were on a remote beach or something. And then as the instruments started to build, it kind of gave you this sense of depth to it. Like there's a deep, vast ocean, and it's being represented well by the instrumentals. So that was something that was pretty cool too. And the way that the song at various points would go between like the calmer side of things to the heavier side of things, and at varying paces too. Like there'd be long sections of calm, then suddenly there's a moment where I'm like, oh, I feel at peace right now, and then boom, it just comes right back in full force, no build up, nothing, just right there. And it's just a stunning contrast. was like, holy crap, it scared me. So you had like some drastic contrasts like that, and you had much more minor versions of that after like the first chorus, where you had kind of like this calmer portion with like these stabs of heavier instrumentals with the bass, drums, and guitar just boom, popping in back and forth, calm, heavy, and then it would be like heavy for a long stretch, and then it would be very calm for a long stretch, and sometimes it would build back into it, and sometimes it would just be sudden. Like the dynamics, the way they played with the dynamics in this song was really creative. It was like all over the place, like between short, long, drawn out to sudden. Like Nightwish does not write bad songs. They write very cleverly between the instrumentals, the lyrics too. There's a lot of rock songs that overuse certain tropes and certain lyrical images. Like one thing I used to make fun of all the time was like how many bands were using like, I'm falling. Like everyone's using falling. Everyone has a song named Falling. Stop using that. But Nightwish is clearly telling a story.
I think it's time for a little story.
And the way that they're able to inject this with like fresh creative poetry is really, really refreshing. And I don't exactly know. I feel like this might be a reference to like some form of literature somewhere that I may not have read. So if you guys have some ideas on what this is inspired by, I'd really appreciate it. That'd be awesome to learn about. It was kind of like a war drum sounding section, which was like a really cool build up. I love that section. One other thought I had too while listening to this, progressing through the song, is this was a lot more reminiscent of other Nightwish songs that I've heard. Felt like a little bit more of like what my conception of Nightwish is. And it doesn't feel copycat, but it feels like it fits in their genre and their theme. And then one of the other things too that I forgot about in the first section there was when she was like, she's like, I'm bumbling mad. Like that was brilliant, like musical painting. One thing I always loved about particular artists, and I noticed this most when I was in choir, was when composers are able to paint with the music what the lyrics are trying to portray. So like when she's like bumbling mad, she could have just sung that, but she didn't. She like really like slid, and like the reverb and the way that they kind of contorted the voice as she was like saying that, and she got all nasally, like that was I love that musical painting. I love when artists paint the meaning of what they're singing with the notes, with the dynamics, with the chord choices and everything else. That is one of the greatest things I think you can do as a musician, like when you're composing. If you can put stuff like that in there without not like completely overwhelming the song, but like putting it in there is like that was brilliant. That was one of those moments where I'm like, just pure genius. Loved it. Anyway, all right, so finishing it off, like I paused like right at the part where like I got scared, where it was just like, it's starting to feel very calm. It's very peaceful at this part. And then all of a sudden, the lyrics I noticed on the second run through, I think really played well into like bringing that sense of serenity, that sense of calm before that explosion into that key change chorus. The way Floor sings, the content of the lyrics, as well as the instrumentals, just was so peaceful in that moment. And I think that's why that scared me so much, when all of a sudden it just like explodes back into that chorus, and then they do a key change in that chorus. Then they go from that chorus to a breakdown, what it sounds like a breakdown. And one of the things that kind of caught my ears a bit with that is like the guitar and bass blended really well together throughout the entire song. But in this section, it sounds like the bass is like separate from the guitars. Because like, whereas it felt like one unit going into that point, the multi-track guitars and the bass, all like part of the big soundscape, it was like, I could hear like one guitar, another guitar, and then the bass was like dead center. And it was like, that is a really, really interesting, going from like this unifying sound to like this more separated sound. I haven't really heard bands do that much. Usually from songs I hear, they're usually like intentionally separated or blended masterfully. And then this one, you had it both. You had it blended masterfully, but then for a specific section, seemingly separated out. At least that's how I'm picking up on that particular section, but it was definitely a change to the rhythm section, which you can just hear that bass just rattling like right in the middle, just like cutting straight down the center with the guitar's panned. Then the way that it ends in a very calm and soothing way. I don't know what that instrument was that was kind of doing that lead melody. Please educate me in the comments, but it just felt very soothing. And it sounded, maybe this was just like background noise coming in through my mic here, but it kind of sounded like there was an undertone of like waves, maybe just seated subliminally in the mix. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe it was just the visuals, or maybe the way the instruments were playing that gave me that sense of the tide going in and out. Because like there were definitely moments lyrically when Floor's singing with incredible dynamics, kind of crescendoing, decrescendoing, to create that sort of tide-esque sort of feel. And maybe it was just the instrumentation that was creating that feel, or maybe they had something like really low, like just waves. I'd be curious to find out. So that's what I was able to pull from this. Just a brilliantly written song. I think this was the best one of the three that I've heard, and I'm way looking forward more now to the new album that's coming out September 20th. Hopefully I drop this video before then. I'm going to try to. So that is it for this video. If you guys haven't already, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on all notifications so that you don't miss anything going forward. If you have any suggestions for any other Nightwish songs you want to see me break down, or you've got any other guitar covers, vocal covers, shorts ideas, anything like that, music related that you want to see me do, drop it in a comment. I'll give you a shout out whenever I do any of those videos. Also, I want to thank Jonas S for supporting me on Patreon. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for all your support over all this time. That's it for this video. Enjoy the rest of your day. God bless you, and rock on.